And I think we're just going to go into the reports that you guys are interested in. First, we're going to do just some financial statement setup, some optimizing so that your financial statements come out neat and clean. So if we look at the chart of accounts, well, let's look at preferences first. Under the accounting tab, you've got this area right up here. It says use account numbers, require account numbers, and show lowest sub account number. If you have an income account and you have that income split up into different types of income, say CSA income, farmers market income, and wholesale income, say you have those as sub accounts. If we click show lowest sub account only, that will do that. Mine is going to give me an error because I put an account in there without an account number. So it's going to tell me that I can't do that, that all of my accounts have to have an account number. So the first thing I got to do is go find the one that I have not put an account number in. And it's right here. So I need to edit and pick an account number. And if I go back into preferences, I can do show lowest sub account right here. And okay. Now, a lot of people don't use account numbers at all. Does anybody here not use account numbers? The only reason that we like account numbers, or the main reason, well, because we're accountants, but the other main reason is because if we're doing your taxes, we can import from Quickbooks into our tax software, and we don't have to hand key all the numbers. So it just imports into it, which saves you money because it takes us longer to type and make mistakes and find the mistakes in the typing. So that's why we like all of our clients to have account numbers. You can check with your own accountants and see if that matters on their end. The other reason that I like the account numbers is it keeps things in an order. When we pick account numbers, we try to keep the expenses in alphabetical orders according to the numbers. So we just are looking for account numbers that'll put it in the same alphabetical order, so it's neat. So if we look at this, it let me do the show lowest sub-account now. What that did for me is I have the FICA expense as a sub-account under wages. So if I pick FICA expense, you can see that it just shows FICA expense. If I don't use that lowest sub-account, it's going to first put in 7010 wages, colon 7015 FICA expense. And in this window, you can see that I don't have it made big enough to see all that. So all I would see is wages in here. So it kind of helps me to see the lowest, where it's actually going. So that's kind of nice. The other thing on the sub-accounts is it lets you, if we run a profit and loss, it lets you roll up accounts that you don't necessarily want everybody to see. So if we put, let me put in the chart of accounts another account. And let's just call that income. And if we make CSA income a sub-account of income, and all I'm doing is dragging them to the left, and it'll go underneath it, that makes it a sub-account. It's kind of a quick and dirty way of doing it. So I have these as income, and if I look at my profit and loss, now you'll see that I have them under there. So if you're giving your financials to somebody, and they don't necessarily need to see where the income is coming, if I collapse this, it rolls it up. But for your information, you need that. You get more detail, but available to you only. So sub-accounts are nice for that, to make your statements nicer for the bank if you're needing to take them to the bank. We kind of went over classes earlier. We have it in this part of the book. Classes are different parts of your business that you want to keep track of, income against expenses. We kind of talked already about how to divvy up the expenses. The income's probably the easier part of it. I don't know if anybody else has any more questions on classes and how to set them up, or we could go into that some more if you needed. Kind of direct me on what you want to go over.
I think the biggest question for me was how to track the expenses in classes, and I guess just percentages would be the way to go.
Yeah, if you pick the most logical part of your business, pick the percentage against, if it's acres or if it's percent of income, and divvy up the expenses that you can't pinpoint to that part.